Hello, students. Today we are going to start chapter 3, How a State Government Works. In this chapter, first topic which we are going to discuss is who is an MLA. India has 28 states and each state has a legislative assembly. Besides three union territories, that is your Jammu and Kashmir, Puducherry, and Delhi, also have assemblies. Each state is divided into different areas that is known as your constituencies also. One representative is elected from each constituency. Means one representative is elected from each constituency means that area and he becomes the member of legislative assembly that is MLA. Candidates who stand and get elected in the assembly elections are from different political parties. Candidates who stood up for the assembly elections, they belong to different political parties. How is a government formed in a state? Now we are going to discuss elected MLA that belongs to different political party. If more than half of the elected MLA belong to a single party, means those who are elected as an MLA from different political parties of different political parties, they are seen that more than half of the elective members that should belong to a one party only. If more than half of elected MLA they belong to one party, means single party, means that party is in majority, the leader of that party is appointed by the governor as the chief minister of the state. Okay, as the chief minister of the state. As you know, different political parties are there: BJP, Indian National Congress, other parties. So if one party like BJP is having more than half of the elected MLA, okay, more than half elected MLA they are having, of they are in majority, so the leader of the majority party is appointed as a chief minister by the governor. The ministers are also appointed by the governor. Except the majority party which informs the government, other parties are called the opposition party. Like if the BJP party was having more than half elected MLA, so they will form the government, means the chief minister will be from their party and other ministers will be appointed by the governor, and the other parties which are other than the BJP, those will be the opposition parties. Those who are not in majority, those will be the opposition parties. So let us study the case of Himachal Pradesh in the assembly elections of 2007. Himachal Pradesh has 68 constituencies in the assembly election of 2007. Means constituencies, I told you the area. I'll show you the map also. From each of these constituencies, many candidates they stood up for the elections, out of which only one candidate who secured the maximum number of votes won. So let us view the result of the elections to the Legislative Assembly of Himachal Pradesh in 2007. See, these were the political parties who stood up for the election and these were the numbers of MLAs elected. Indian National Congress 23, Bharatiya Janata Party 42, other political parties 1, independents. Independent means who do not belong to any party, that is 2, total was 68. 68 constituencies. See this map. So from where the BJP won, that is in orange color, which area, which constituency the BJP won. INC, Indian National Congress, 23 seats they have won, means 23 they have won. Number of MLAs were 23. See the green part. And IND. IND means the other political parties and the independents. They are in yellow color. See, these are the numbers of MLA elected means from Indian National Congress Party, from Bharatiya Janata Party and other political parties. So in order to gain majority in the election, a political party need to win more than 34 seats. In order to gain majority, out of 68, what is the half of 68? Tell me. So 68 half is 34. So we need to win more than 34 seats. I'm talking about still Himachal Pradesh case only. So in order to win the majority, you need to win 34 seats. So from electoral results, we find that Bharatiya Janata Party was only political party who had won more than 34 seats. It had 42 MLAs elected from the means by the public. So it is the ruling party because that party is in the majority. 42 MLA they are having. It formed the ruling party. So if I talk about Indian National Congress, it is the next larger party, means largest party, 23 MLA. It is the opposition party. There were other parties also in the opposition, those who are included as a other political party and the independent candidates. The MLA of the majority party, means the BJP, he was elected Mr. Prem Kumar Dhumal as their leader at that time, 2007. He was appointed Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh by the governor. He gave list of those MLAs to the governor whom he wanted to become minister. So a list is given by MLA that these are the people whom I want to become minister. So the governor, on the advice of the governor, he appoint the MLA as ministers. Okay, those MLAs as ministers. Sometimes none of the political party is able to win majority of seats. Sometimes it happens that nobody wins the majority. No majority is there. In that case, it obtains the support of one or more other party. Sometimes what happens, one party, single party is not having that much majority of seats. So what happened? They combine with another party. Okay, they, by the support of one or more other party, they combine to form a majority in the house. A government is called coalition government. If one single party is not in the majority, so if here the Bharatiya Janata Party will not be in majority, he can join other parties and independents with him, with that party, and that party can combine to form majority in the house, and that will form a coalition government. Means when one or more party, they support the other party to combine to form the majority in the house, to means able to win a majority of seats, that is coalition government. So understand what is coalition government. When more means none of the parties in majority, so one or more party, they join the other party, they combine to form the majority, and thus they form a coalition government. Candidates that are belonging to different political parties, they issue the tickets to the represent their party. So candidates who belong to different political parties, to them tickets are issued that they are from their party. They file the nominations from different constituencies, means from different areas. They file their nomination that we want to be elected from this area, from this constituency. They fill up the nomination form. During the election campaign, these candidates convince the people. Now the election campaign is going on. These candidates who fill up the nomination form, they convince the people, persuade the people in their respective constituencies to vote for them. In the respective constituencies, they persuade or convince the people that they should vote for them, that may be able to represent them in the state assembly. Okay, so they start persuading people. These people who the political parties, candidates whom the tickets are issued, who fill the nomination, who go for election campaign, now they convince the people that please vote for them, so they may be able to represent the people in the state assembly. So once the results are declared, the party that gets the majority of MLA elects the leader, who is appointed the chief minister of that particular state. So what is happening once the results are declared? The party that gets the majority of MLA, like in previous BJP got in Himachal Pradesh, he is elected as the chief minister of that particular state. The elected leader is appointed as the chief minister of that particular state. The leader of the majority party invite to form the government. Only the majority party leader can form the government. The chief minister, he prepare a list of experienced and capable MLAs to be appointed as ministers. Other ministers are also be appointed other than chief ministers. So chief minister whosoever is of the state, he give a list of experienced and capable MLAs to the governor to be appointed as a minister. On the suggestion and advice of the chief minister, the governor appoints these ministers. The governor administers the oath of office to the chief minister and his council of ministers. Whenever the chief minister and council of ministers they are appointed, so a oath to be taken by them in the office. So this is a picture showing the debate going on in the legislative assembly. That is your Vidhan Sabha. How a party forms a government at the state level. So it is the duty of the chief minister and his ministers to run the state in the most efficient manner, because the people has elected their chief minister and the chief minister elected their council of ministers. So now it is their duty to run the state in an efficient manner. They sit in the legislative assembly. Legislative assembly, what is legislative assembly? It is a place where all the MLAs, whether they belong to the ruling party, whether they belong to the opposition or any other party, they sit down and they discuss various matters. Legislative assembly is a place where the MLAs of the ruling party and the opposition party, they discuss various matters. MLAs who also holds the position of ministers have to look after both their constituency as well as the state as a whole. Whosoever is appointed as the chief minister or the MLA or the council of ministers who are working, they have to look after the constituencies from where they have been elected and the whole state also. A minister heads a department of government called ministry. A minister heads a department of government that is called ministry. So for example, education minister, he look after the education department. Finance minister, he look after the finance affairs of the state. Health minister, he look after the hospitals, the health of the people. Sometimes when the result of the assembly elections are declared, no party, they are in majority. Then more than half of the total number of MLAs are not there. In that case, group of parties, they combine together to form the government. I told you, na, one or more party, they join hands together to form the government. That is coalition government. Just as we have the president, the prime minister and the council of ministers at the center, state has governor, chief minister and the council of ministers. The head of the state is governor. He or she appointed by the president to ensure that the state works according to the provision of the constitution. Why the president appoints the governor? That the governor sees that the state government is working according to the provision of the constitution. According to the constitution, they should work. Now the working of the legislature. The governor summons the assembly and address its first meeting every year. What is the meaning of the word summon? Summon generally is an order that come and see someone. It is an order to come and see someone. So governor summons the assembly that come and see the governor and addresses its first meeting every year. So during the session, MLA discuss various issues and problem of the state at that time. An MLA raised concern about his own constituencies, that what are the problems going on in his own constituencies. When a bill is passed, the assembly, it is sent to governor for by his assent. So whatever happens, an MLA raises his concern about his constituencies. So whenever a bill is passed, bill generally means an order, an act which is to be done, that is to be passed by the assembly. All the members should pass that bill. It is sent to the governor. That governor should also assent it, means governor consent should also be there to pass that bill. So when a bill is passed in the assembly, it is sent to governor that he should also give his assent to it. Okay. No bill can become an act or law without the governor assent. If the governor is not giving assent on anything, the bill cannot become a law or an act. Okay, assent means the approval. The governor should approve it. In order to understand the working of the government at a state level, let us visualize a session in the legislative assembly. So there are 6 MLAs here They are actively participating in the discussion. The others are just listening to the whole conversation. So listen. First MLA means he said, there have been as many as 15 deaths in my constituency of Shastri Nagar. These deaths have been due to diarrhea. I draw the attention of the ministers in charge of health as to what is being done to control the situation. This was the first MLA saying that in Shastri Nagar, his constituency, 15 deaths are there, okay, due to diarrhea. So, health minister, what he is doing to control the situation? Then second MLA stood up. He said, I asked the health minister why the situation in government hospital is so bad. Why is the government not appointing medical staff? I would also like to know what the government is planning to control this epidemic. Means this diarrhea situation, it is increasing day by day. Government hospitals is not with the beds, okay? No staff, medical staff is there. So what the government is planning to do to control this epidemic? MLA 3 stood up. In my constituencies of civil lines, there is extreme shortage of water supply. What measures have been taken? Okay, now he's saying water supply problem is there. What the government has done? Fourth MLA. In my opinion, my member friends are blowing up the problem out of the proportion. The government has pressed water tanks into service to supply water twice, as for the case of diarrhea. Now the fourth MLA stood up. Now he is in the support of the government. He said, my member friends, means these MLA, these three MLA, they are just exaggerating the problems. Okay, they are just showing the problem as they are not so much big problems. The government is working. The government has sent the water tanks, okay, to supply water twice. As the case of diarrhea, ORS packets have been distributed in the affected area, and several team of doctors have also been sent. A mobile clinic have also been pressed into service. I told you in the previous chapter what is a mobile clinic. It is a van where the people can come and they can get them treated. So a mobile clinic has also been pressed into service. Now the fifth MLA stood up. He said, we have not been able to assess the situation properly. I think the condition is going from bad to worse. Means the condition is not improving. It is going from bad to worse. Most doctors and staff are on leave. It is difficult to get the ORS packet delivered to the families in the area. This is the fifth MLA saying. Sixth MLA saying, I think the members of the opposition are unnecessarily blaming the government. Means, of course, you know, na, the members of the opposition party, the other party who has not win the elections, they start criticizing the other government who is ruling. So the previous government, it is sad to say, did not give enough attention to health and sanitation. We are now cleaning up the garbage that was left by the previous government. Now see the sixth MLA. He said that I think the members of the opposition party, they are unnecessarily blaming the government for everything. The previous government, they have not done anything for health and sanitation. That's why our government is cleaning the garbage. What is left by the previous government? See. So we can find the opposition MLA are blaming the health minister. He is blaming the previous government for the outbreak of the diarrhea. See, there is a chart of state legislature. It is being divided into state assembly, that is Vidhan Sabha lower house, and legislative council, that is Vidhan Parishad upper house. The members of the legislative assembly, they are called MLA, members of legislative assembly. Their time period or tenure for which they are elected, that is 5 years. Maximum membership limit is of 500, minimum is of 60. Maximum is of 500, minimum is of 60. If I talk about legislative council, that is Vidhan Parishad, the upper house, MLC, member of legislative council. Tenure is of 6 years. It is a permanent house. It is never dissolved. 1/3 of the member retire every 2 years. 1/3 of the members of the legislative council, they retire every 2 years. Only 7 states have a legislative council, which are those states: Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Jammu and Kashmir, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, and Telangana. Working of the government. You know, the media are an important section of the society, and they play a very crucial part in the functioning of a government. Very crucial means very critical part they perform in functioning of the government. During press conferences, reporters ask the responsible ministers as what is being done about the certain problem. The reporters ask the ministers, sir, what you are doing to control the situation, what you are doing for the certain problem. So the media plays an important role in formation of the public opinion, because the people see the news channels, everything. After the heated debate in the assembly, the health minister called a press conference. Large number of reporters, editors from newspapers and TV channels, they were present there. The minister explained the reason why the diarrhea outbreak is there, the steps the government is taken to control the situation. He also explained that what steps are being taken to augment the water supply, means to increase the water supply problem in the area. The reporter asked several questions one by one to clarify certain points. The minister tried to put the blame on the previous government, that this is done by the previous government, we are to doing everything for the people, we are doing for the diarrhea also, for water supply also, for everything. So the minister, he put the blame on the previous government. There is a chart of state executives. I told you, head is governor, then chief minister, then his council of ministers. In his council of ministers, there is a civil service at state, like chief secretary, secretaries of department, deputy secretaries, under secretary, directors, and deputy directors. There are cabinet ministers, ministers of the state, and deputy ministers. Thus, the civil servants are appointed by the UPSC, Union Public Service Commission, and the State Public Service Commission. The civil servants, these are appointed by the Union Public Service Commission and State Public Service Commission. So what happened? He put the blame on the previous government. He was supported by the secretary, who also explained the certain points. All the prominent dailies and the TV channels, they reported the press conference. After few days, chief minister along with the health minister and the local MLA visited the affected area. When these news came that big diarrhea is because of the previous government, so what happened? The chief minister along with health minister and his local MLA, he visited the affected area. He promised there that I will set up a committee to examine the problem, that what is the situation, how much critical it is. The committee would give me report within a month. The government would take necessary steps as per the recommendations of the committee. Whatever the report the committee will submit us, we will take the necessary steps to improve the conditions. So chief minister is answerable to the public. It is duty of chief minister to keep people happy and healthy in his state. He monitors the functioning through various departments, either it is health department, finance department, or education department, or public works department, agriculture department, any department. The minister in charge of that department, like the health minister, he is answerable to chief minister for the activities related to his department. So health minister is answerable to chief minister, and chief minister is answerable to the public, okay, for his working. So it is to be done. So this was your whole chapter. I hope you get it. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.